What if I told you that Dwight Manfredi's biggest nightmare just became reality? And no, I'm not talking about prison food. I'm talking about something much worse. Being forced to work for feds while his own family wants him dead. Hit that subscribe button right now because things are about to get insane in Tulsa King Season 3. Picture this. You're sleeping peacefully when suddenly, boom, federal agents burst through your door like they own the place. That's exactly what happens to our guy Dwight. One minute he's dreaming. The next he's sitting across from Special Agent Musso. And let me tell you, this guy is not playing games. Here's where it gets juicy. Remember Ripple? Yeah, that informant Dwight took out? Well, turns out Agent Musso spent 2 whole years building that relationship. 2 years of undercover work. Gone. Just like that. And now Musso is madder than a bull in a china shop. So what does Musso do? He gives Dwight the ultimate devil's bargain. Work for me, or I'll burn your entire empire to ground. Can you imagine? The same guy who built his criminal kingdom from scratch now has to take orders from a fed. It's like watching a lion being told to fetch by a house cat. But here's the kicker. Dwight doesn't really have a choice. His business, his people, Margaret, everything he cares about is on the line. So he swallows his pride and agrees to be Musso's personal errand boy. Talk about eating humble pie. What would you do in Dwight's shoes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Meanwhile, Margaret, bless her heart, is still standing by her man. When Dwight tries to push her away, claiming she's too good for what's coming, she basically tells him to stuff it. This woman has backbone, and honestly, we need more Margarets in the world. But the hits keep coming. Quiet Ray from New York calls Dwight for a little chat. And by chat, I mean he offers Dwight his own territory in a completely different state. Sounds tempting, right? Wrong. Dwight turns it down flat. Why? Because this isn't just about business anymore. It's about pride. It's about proving that the old bull still has fight left in him. But Ray doesn't take rejection well. The tension in that room could have been cut with a knife. Business is booming, or is it? Back in Tulsa, things are interesting. Mitch is trying to run the car dealership, but let's be honest. The guy couldn't sell ice to someone in hell. He's fumbling deals left and right, and it's both painful and hilarious to watch. But then, plot twist, his old flame Cleo walks in with a bottle of liquid gold. Her father, Theodore, is a master distiller looking to sell his business, and suddenly Mitch sees dollar signs. Finally, something he can actually contribute to. By the way, if you're loving these character breakdowns, make sure to ring that notification bell so you never miss our deep dives. Enter the villain. Here's where things get really interesting. Theodore wants to sell, but there's one tiny problem. He's already promised a business to someone named Jeremiah Dunmeyer. And folks, this Dunmeyer character, he's bad news with a capital B. Even when Dwight offers to double the deal, Theodore can't budge. He keeps saying his fate is tied to this arrangement. Translation, Dunmeyer has something on him, and it ain't pretty. And get this, Dunmeyer has a son named Cole who looks like trouble with a smile. These aren't just business competitors, people. These are the kind of enemies that keep you awake at night. While all this drama unfolds, Bodie and Tyson are dealing with their own mess. They have to make a weed delivery to the Kansas City crew. You know, the same psychos who killed Jimmy. The tension is thicker than molasses. And because life has a sense of humor, their electric car dies mid-trip. So now they're stranded, stressed, and dealing with Bill Bevilacqua, who's about as stable as a house of cards in a tornado. But here's where Bodie shows his true colors. When he accidentally forgets the money and leads him back to the shop, he pulls a gun on the guy who killed his best friend. He doesn't pull the trigger, but the message is crystal clear. I haven't forgotten, and neither should you. Dwight decides to play chess instead of checkers. He goes back to Theodore and basically says, look, Dunmeyer is using you. Let me handle this, and I'll protect your business and take care of your Dunmeyer problem. Theodore finally agrees to cut Dunmeyer out. But remember what I said about poking sleeping bears? Well, Dunmeyer finds out, and he is furious. He shows up at Theodore's place with his blessings, which come in the form of brutal beating and burning down the man's house. This isn't just business anymore. This is war. Just when you think things can't get more complicated, Musso calls with that tone that means trouble. He tells Dwight to clear his schedule because he's got a job for him. And knowing Musso, this isn't going to be delivering flowers. So now Dwight is stuck between 3 impossible situations. He's got Ray breathing down his neck from New York, Dunmire declaring war in Tulsa, and Musso pulling his strings like he's a puppet. What do you think Musso's planning? Drop your theories in the comments. This episode sets up what's clearly going to be an explosive season. Dwight's expansion into the liquor trade and the introduction of Jeremiah Dunmire as a ruthless new villain creates the perfect storm for maximum drama. The question isn't whether Dwight can handle these challenges. We know he can. The question is, what will be left of him when the dust settles? If this recap got you hyped for what's coming next, smash that like button and subscribe for more Tulsa King breakdowns. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next, because if this episode is any indication, Season 3 is going to be absolutely wild. What did you think of this premiere? Are you Team Dwight, or do you think he's finally met his match? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next recap.